Tearing that burrito. Sway, bro. Nice to meet you, man. Say Sway. Just introduce. Sway, nice to meet you.
Class like real free flow, because it doesn't make no sense for me to write down a bunch of stuff and get up here and just start rambling. The main thing is for you to get the information. So as we go, we're gonna ask a ton of questions. Hopefully we can get y'all raise y'all's hands, answer. If not, we'll just, I know most y'all, so I'll just start picking y'all, and then that's gonna direct the flow of the class. That way, you're getting the information that you need. For sure, got my guys with me. I don't know if y'all know Marc Tuan, went to Wade Gordon, and my boy Sway Cutz owns Purpose Barbershop. I work with him over there in Pampa a couple days a week. I love to have these guys with me, man. You can only do so much by yourself, so like it means a lot. They rock with me everywhere, any events, anytime y'all need to like reach out. If y'all can't get a hold of me or Ro, these are outlets for Fort Worth Barber Supply all the time. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. And very first thing I'm gonna ask you guys is, how many clippers, trimmers, shavers, what should your setup look like? Somebody back there? Yeah?
Like 2, 3 of each.
2, 3 of each? Yeah, and why?
In case they get hot, in case something happens, you got an emergency there.
Right, maybe you drop one, you're stuck in the middle of the day, battery runs out. What about if you're working on different types of clients, right? So like my hair or lack of hair, right, it might not be the same as like someone else's hair. So you're gonna have to use different tools for different jobs. Personally, me, on my station, I keep these right here. Stylecraft Instincts. Y'all know about the Instincts? What are they known for? Strong motor, power, right? So any type of hair texture, any situation where we're having to debulk, knock down a lot of hair, that's a workhorse. I feel like that has to be on my station. That's just my personal opinion. I also keep the trimmer for the same reason. When we start breaking down the brands, we're gonna go into talking about the motor and why it's capable of doing that, the blade that's on it. But I'm just trying to give you a feel for what my personal setup. People always ask, oh, when they come in, what do you use? Well, I always tell them, and they a lot of times buy what I use, but it's not really what I use, it's what's comfortable for you. Probably the most important tool on my personal station, I rock with these FX1s Tough. For one, this is like, when we're gonna talk about it, probably the best blade ever introduced into barbering. This is like the smoothest, easiest, seamless fade you'll ever do. The battery system with these, you can pop in a battery and take a battery out, so infinite battery life. So I'm never in a situation where I don't have enough battery. Other tool on my station, I definitely keep the same trimmer, just kind of as an all-around trimmer. I don't zero gap it because I want it to be good for kids. So that we'll also talk about that. Like, you don't have to zero gap every single machine. People overthink that. I'm gonna zero gap that Instinct, that's powerful, and I can knock out the bald line with the Easy, get very close. That right there, I'm gonna leave it out the box. I'm just gonna in between fade, anything between a 2.5. Same thing with this. If I have a kid, a baby, if I'm touching on someone's mustache, I don't need this to be like super zero gapped. There's no reason for it to be that sharp when you have something else on your station that's sharp. And I'm gonna keep this right here, lineup exclusive. So I'm gonna keep this little precision blade on here. Some people have a short forehead or around the ear, especially like these. Now everyone wants low fades, tapers, everything's compressed. This gets in small areas, designs. This will never touch anything that's not a lineup. We're also gonna talk about that, but that's the job for something else. So if I'm balding out with this, and then a couple weeks later, I'm trying to punch in the edge up, oh, it ain't hitting no more. I know people have said that, right? Like, oh, my trimmer ain't hitting no more. It's probably because you abused your trimmer. You've probably been balding out with it since you've had it. And then I also I've just been going back and forth, but I do keep this whole lineup for the battery system. It's my favorite shaver, super easy, comfortable in the hand, more comfortable than holding a box. This is definitely my workhorse shaver. And I have to, without a doubt, have a Uno for finalizing the haircut, flicking the bald line around the mustache. Like, you know, these hairs that you don't want to get with the razor, I'm just gonna knock it right out. I'm gonna give the guys a chance to tell you about their station.
I got the 2 middle Instincts. Like he said, this is pretty much like my workhorse. They got the vapor blade already on it, so that helps me take the bottom line out. That's been my biggest struggle, even starting out, is taking that bottom line out. I don't know if many of y'all struggle with that, taking that first guideline out. So that's pretty much why this is my favorite clipper, is to take out that bottom guideline, because it takes it out like effortlessly. And then same thing as he said, I got the Instincts trimmers as well. But I use this for everything, debulks of the hair without any issue. Design work too. These hit straight out the box. I didn't even touch the blade at all. So design work, easy for design work. Lineups, this is my go-to for everything. And then like you explained with the Babyliss tools, I keep the FX1 on my station for, I had a JRL, and then he introduced me to the MIM blade, which is basically like, in my eyes, it's like a Faber blade, but it stays cool, just like a JRL blade. So and it gets as close as a Faber blade too, if you want to zero gap it. But I do the same thing as him as well. I keep it stock. I don't zero gap it, just so it don't irritate the clients, or if I cut a kid, this is kind of pretty much like my kid, or it fades soft as well. So like whenever I do knock out the bottom line with this, I basically take out my other guidelines, the 1 guard, the 1.5 with this tool, because it just knocks it out real soft, gives it that soft blend. And then I got the Low Pro FX, the Chameleon, and I have it stock as well for my kids, because I cut a lot of kids and they get real sensitive on the neck. Kids' skin in general is real sensitive, so you gotta have like a soft tool, like a soft clipper, soft trimmer. That way you don't irritate their skin. Because I don't know if y'all seen any haircuts. I've done it myself as well. You put in or edge up their line too hard, or like, you know what I mean, like punch it in real hard, and they leave the chair like with the red line. And you know, as a parent, you really don't want to see that.
You think they're coming back? You think the mom's bringing them back? If they hurt little Johnny or whatever, 3, 4 years old, he hurt me in that barber. He's crying every time he goes back. You probably lost that client just because you didn't have the right tool. If you had the right tool, you know, little dude could be bad, moving, whatever, but he left there not hurt, not scared, not with the red mark. Regardless of the haircut, he's getting comfortable with you. They probably love the haircut anyway, but even if they don't, that client's coming back. But he's not coming back if you hurt him. You know what I mean? So that's just simple. That's just about keeping your tools right.
And that's like with my services, I try to really be like real soft-handed, because I've been to some barbers and they're real heavy-handed. Just like you can feel all the pressure, and I'm like, dang, bro, like you don't got to go that hard. So like I try to go about my services real relaxing, real like comfortable. That way, like I have a lot of clients that just fall asleep, like because they're that comfortable in the chair that they trust me. Just I'm gonna do my job, and that's how I try to go about my service. The shaver as well. I got the UV shaver, and let alone it takes out the stubble real quick. And then the other thing I love about it is the disinfecting lid. So you just put it on, and it's gonna disinfect it for you after. Real great tools, and then that's pretty much what I got right there. Just those 4. I'll go back and forth with those, and that's all I need. I use them for like a year, just because of how much I use them.
We'll talk about in a minute taking care of your tools, when you should change your blades, how often you should oil, clean. Take care of those tools. They're going to take care of you. So we're now Gamma Stylecraft Regional Maintenance Center. So I've been fixing Stylecraft for a week. Like I get there in the morning and work on like 10 clippers. It's crazy. But when I take them apart, I have a video. Like I'm not going to put any name on it, but you would not believe how nasty these clippers are. Like I could pull a whole haircut out of it. It's gross. But that person's coming in, oh man, my clipper's not working. You ain't showing no love, you know what I mean? How's it gonna work when it's packed full of hair? But I'm gonna give him a chance to tell you about his station, and then we're gonna open a conversation about what you guys look for when you're buying. So if you wanna go ahead and run them on your station.
What's up? Okay, so mine's kind of simple. I start off with water, Babyliss, the JRL, I use the Onyx and then the Clipper before it, which is the 2020. And I like it because, for one, the blade doesn't get hot, it's light, and the Onyx now has 5-hour runtime, so I can use it for a long time. I do have the FX1 Clipper, which gives soft blends. To me, it's heavy on my wrist, so I can use it for a couple of cuts, but I can't use it all day. This is just so light. I mean, it doesn't have the power, of course, as Stylecraft. I've used it, but I don't have it on my station. But my trimmers, I have 3 trimmers, which would be Babyliss, and one is just regular out the box with the DLC deep tooth blade. So I use this straight to debulk and for kids. I have it's not zero gap or nothing, and then I have my other 2 would come with the Gold Boys, one gapped and one not gapped. The one that's gapped is straight for my edge ups, and I just switch it like that, and I have every tool just to help me run faster and efficient on my haircuts. My shaver would be this one. I mean, it smows down everything. No problem. One strike. I do a lot of ball fades, so this just, I mean, it makes it so much easier. I used to have this one, but nothing compares. Mark's gonna say he likes this. I mean, but everyone has their preference, everybody. But after using this, I just feel like I have more control with this one. Same thing with the battery. I mean, both my batteries for my FX1, they interchange. So, I mean, your full will never die.
We're definitely, as we go through the brands, we're going to go super specific, like motor, blade, why they do what they do. But I just want to give y'all a chance to see, like, different levels of experience, different barbers in different towns, like, what everyone uses. Of course, there's other brands besides just these 4, but these are like the big 4 right now, for sure. Quality, warranty, they're the industry leaders for a reason, for sure. So let's say you guys come in the store. I'm gonna grab somebody off every row. I'm just gonna ask you, it's right here. First thing, when you're buying a clipper, what matters to you the most? I mean, is it the weight? Is it the RPMs? Is it the color, the brand, the ergonomics, the price? Like, what matters the most? RPM? How fast the blade moves? You?
I think, yeah, how much power it has for like debulking.
How much power for debulking? Somebody on this row right here, second row? When you're buying a clipper, I mean... I would say
comfort.
Comfort? Comfort in your hand. So y'all know what that's called, how it feels in your hand? Ergonomics. Very important. If you plan on being in the industry a long time, carpal tunnel, that's a real thing. So you need to think about what's comfortable to you, what weight feels right. What about right here, third row? You got one when you're buying a clipper?
I would say ergonomics and RPMs.
Ergonomics, RPMs. What about somebody in the back? Somebody Cosmo when you're buying a clipper? Color? All right, I'm glad you said it because hey, and that, you know what? It's funny, but you don't know how real it is. Like, people come in and will not get the clipper that they really fits them, and they'll get the color. It happens every single day. And they will match their color on their set. Certain colors, honestly, silver stuff does not sell well at all. Gold sells good, colorful stuff sells good. Silver stuff, not good. So, let me ask you this. The perfect clipper would have a long run time. It would have a whole lot of power. It would feel good in your hand. It would be light, long battery life. Y'all think that clipper exists? It doesn't. So that's the first thing you got to realize. When you're...
Well, let me ask a quick question. Why would you want a lot of power? Like, why cut with a lot of RPM? Someone just...
That's a great question.
I
That's
mean,
a good answer.
Like him, he said he wants a clipper with a lot of power. So does every client have thick hair? Yeah. So why would you want a lot of power?
I want to trust that it's going to cut the first time. Like, I mean, go over a haircut a couple times, but I don't want to have to go over it 4 or 5 times. Like, I'm not talking trash on wall, but I hate wall. just because I feel like it leaves so much behind.
And you have to come back.
But you're not,
Right.
just one thing is like, it's not just about RPM, it's about the blade you're using and if you're cleaning your clippers.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause I cut fast, faster than them.
Yeah.
I mean, last month I did, my record was 23 cuts in a day.
That's a lot.
And I don't have style crap on my station.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
this is all I
efficiency.
use.
Yeah, yeah.
So slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Yeah.
For some people. But some people do need the faster speed. That's why it's about what's learning. So it's a very diverse city where you're probably going to have white, Hispanic, ethnic, everyone at the same time. But if you lived in somewhere else, Iowa or something, and you cut white people all day, you might look at a different setup. I mean, Sean cuts hair, famous barber, cuts white dudes all day. He might not need the same clippers we need because he never cuts ethnic hair unless he's at a show or something. So, speaking of so I said there's not a perfect clipper. There's not. So, what are you going to sacrifice first? I mean, we could go down the line. This is probably the top seller. It's probably sold out 4 times in 3 weeks. Like, it's crazy. We can't keep them. Sometimes we don't even put them on the shelf. They just come pick them up pre-order. It's crazy. So what do we got? It's small, ergonomic. It's somewhat light. When we go through the brands and they read the back of the boxes, we're going to talk about why it's not as light as it used to be. This also points at the fact that you can't have everything. So y'all knew about the first model of this. It's on recall right now. #1 bestseller last year, but it's on recall and we're fixing them for free right now because it was light. Okay, so very small, very powerful, but you're running so hard and so heavy. Oh, go ahead.
The green ones is what you're talking about, right? On recall?
They are red, blue, or black. Yeah. I don't know if there was a green model. I don't think so.
I think it was the first batch.
The green
right?
one is
Oh
Pissed
yeah.
Off Barber.
Yeah, Pissed Off Barber. Yeah, we can't rock with those. But
Those ain't red. I ain't gonna lie, those
yeah. So you get everything here. You don't get battery life. This doesn't run all day because it's so powerful and it's in a small housing. So I'm saying, so like, yeah, if we were in a bigger housing, we could contain the power better, lower noise, and longer runtime. So top seller, it only checks like a couple of the boxes, right? So that's something to consider. Like you can't go in there thinking that you're gonna get everything and covered at once. Now, if I was new, I would strongly look at JRLs because you're a student, so you can't spend all kinds of money. You're gonna get under 200. You're gonna get a ton of runtime. You're gonna get 5 hours of runtime. Cool blade technology, it's not gonna get hot. So if you're a student and you're trying to jump in the barbershop, you got one clipper with 2 hour runtime, but you're gonna cut 8 heads. You're in a bad situation. You're gonna be plugged in. You know what I mean? So
you got a clipper with 2 hour runtime and it's gonna take you 2 hours on one haircut.
they probably got the closest to getting everything into one tool, but you don't get the power. You get good power, you get 2 speeds, you get quiet, you get ergonomics, but you just don't get the overall mass power. So the point I'm trying to make is no one's gonna check all boxes, but you have to figure out what is most important for you, and you have to figure out, okay, maybe that's why one tool does this job, one tool does that job. Everyone here said we probably need 2 of each, right?
And then like just the other thing, if you try this, don't give up because you haven't studied the blades. These are about the same, but this one opens up more than what these are gonna open up to. So some people give up because they feel like they've been cutting with the magic clip and this one's gonna open up wider so you can get deeper into, when you put your half guard on, you can go all the way into that one easy. You know what I mean? I mean, that's all I would say. That it's a big difference. It's almost like the same blade as a Masters. It's real deep.
We're gonna run through from y'all's left to right. They're gonna read the back of the box, and after they finish each item, then we're gonna talk about like why it is. But y'all, anytime, like we want y'all to ask as many questions as possible. So anything you want to know, now is the time to ask. Also, we don't ever want you to buy something that you don't like. So y'all know we have the demo station. Has everybody been to the store? Some of the Cosmos know, right? Y'all got to come over. We got half guards and 1.5 guards right there on the way for all the Cosmos. If y'all can fade without a half and a 1.5, y'all better than me for sure. That's a tough situation.
Are you gonna start off with this?
Yeah, for sure.
Is that why they made the body on the Instincts metal?
Definitely. He's gonna run y'all the specs on that Instinct, and then we're gonna talk about why they made the change.
Yeah. So what he said the Metal First Instincts was, so it absorbs the vibration for quieter and smoother operation, and then the motor offers an unmatched 11,500 strokes per minute with unstoppable power, providing highly optimized bulk removal in one pass. The battery delivers up to 4 hours of cordless runtime with the 2-hour recharge time. And then the ergonomic design of it too, I like how they added these little grooves to it, so it is more easier to fade with. Small and real light. It may feel a little bit heavy with the metal, but it's just real easy to use.
What clipper came in y'all's kit? Barbers, what clipper y'all got? Babyless FX. Wall Masters, Andis Masters in yours?
No, we switched halfway through. There's
Wall Seniors.
they get Wall Seniors.
Oh, yeah,
A lot of them have Wall Seniors. But
Okay.
The new kids come with the Babyless.
Okay, and the Cosmo? Babyless? Wall Senior?
They're like the lower.
Like a Power Rider or something? Okay, so just we're gonna talk about. So you see, it might be the Protege, yeah. So you see what he did. He picked up the box. He read the back of the box. How many of y'all read the back of the Senior box? Y'all gotta be kidding me. Y'all ain't read the back of the box of the clipper y'all use? Why not? Why not? Like, you need to know. So, if it dies on you, damn, what's wrong with it? Well, the back of the box tells you how much runtime it has. Right? So, this is serious business. Like, this is going to make you a lot of money. But you got to take care of them tools and know them tools. They're what's going to take care of you. How are you going to use something that you don't know what it is? You don't know the runtime, the RPM. What blade comes on a Wall Senior? Nobody knows.
Is it standard?
A precision fade blade. We're going to talk about the difference in a fade blade and a taper blade. Does anybody know that? Okay? No, it's fine. It's fine, though. But, so when you're like here, if you're not doing nothing, you need to like be watching reviews, haircuts. Like, you got to be obsessed about this. Like, it's cool, all the lifestyle you see, but the barbers that are doing that stuff, wearing the new Jordans all the time, taking all the trips, posting all this on Instagram, they did all the little stuff first. Like, you got to know what you're using. Hands down. Like, you got to learn this stuff. And honestly, when you do some haircuts here and you make some tips, you save us some money, before you do buy them J's, you probably need to think about tools, because that's what's going to make you money. Not to mention it's a tax write-off. Like, it don't even make no sense to portray that image before you put that work in. Because it's going to pay off in time, but you can't skip any steps, for sure. So,
this one too.
Yeah, he'll read the trimmer, but let's give him real quick. So, did y'all catch what he was saying? He gave you the runtime. He mentioned the motor. So I don't want to get too confusing, but every single thing you buy from now on, honestly, if you come shop with me, we're going to go through the back of the box before you ever do it. We're probably going to use it first. And we're going to talk about what you like, what matters the most. But this machine has a vector motor. No other brand has a vector motor. What is a vector motor? What it means is it has torque control. So it has the capability, it runs at 9,500 RPMs. That's faster by 2,000 RPMs than anything else out here. And if this machine encounters bulk, you try to slow the blade down, it can't slow down. It speeds itself up to 11,000 RPMs. That's changed the game for them. even though their previous machine was burning out in less than a year, it was still the best seller. People would come in with mad about one and buy another one. That's why they had to change the housing. Housing was not strong enough, not secure enough. So, Vapor blade, vector motor. What's a vapor blade? Go ahead.
I was going to ask, what was the RPMs for that one again?
Naturally runs 9,500 RPMs. Speeds up to 11.
11.5.
Yeah, 11.5. 2,000 RPM it's called intuitive torque control, but it can speed up 2,000 RPMs. The blade right here was probably, people are still going to argue, the best blade in the game until probably these MIM blades. So we're going to touch on the difference when we get to babeless, but what's a vapor blade? I know y'all don't know because y'all don't know what a fade blade or a taper blade was, but imagine if a fade blade, which is flat. So don't think about a fade blade does a fade, a taper blade does a taper. That's not what it means. Take the machine against the side of the head. It's going to get very close, and it's going to really easily take out bald lines. It's going to be your closest, most unforgiving blade. A taper blade, I don't know if you guys can see it from where you're at, but it is way more rounded. It has the grooves on the backside of the blade, so this is going to give you a natural flick out motion. This is going to be a much more forgiving blade. So to me, definitely, I like that, but you're not going to want to take out a bald line with something that's going to be flicking away, naturally forgiving. You're going to need something more flat or a combination blade. So to answer what is a vapor blade, if a taper blade and a fade blade had a baby, it'd be a vapor blade. Makes sense, right? So you got the best of both worlds, the capability to get close, but the roundness and the forgiveness all in one blade, which is crazy. They changed the game with this. We sell more of this blade than anything. It sells out all the time. All right, he's gonna read the back of the trimmer, and then we'll just keep on going.
The trimmer, it comes with the metal housing as well on the back to keep it quiet and make it run smoother. The blade on it has got the black diamond fixed X Pro blade. It stays cooler, rust free, and sharper longer. So when you're running through the bulk, so if you use this to debulk, it can dull out your blade a lot. So that's why I like this, is because I use this for everything, the bulk, designs, the edge up. So like, you don't want a trimmer that's gonna dull out like in less than a month or less than 2 months. And I bought this probably like two months ago, and it still cuts like brand new. So, and taking care of it as well. You know, if you're using it every day, you cut a lot of heads, just make sure to oil it, or, you know, put some cool care on it after each cut. And then the battery, it comes with 4 hours cordless runtime as well. So I go through it all day. I don't got to charge it at all. Same thing with the vapor blade, the clipper. I don't got to charge it at all. With the 2-hour recharge time. And then the ergonomic grip as well. It's got the two grooves right here, so it makes it easy to use, real comfortable to use like all day. Right there.
So everyone understands steel blade and cutting blade? It's okay if you don't. We make sure y'all get the information though if you don't. So 2 blades, right? Which blade does the cutting? The outside blade or the inside blade? Inside blade, right? So the outside blade is typically like what? A comb, right? Basically, it's comb the hair into the position, and it's gonna feed the hair into the cutting blade. Definitely, I mean, it sounds simple, but you definitely want to understand that. Like the outside blade, when you look at it, is basically a expensive comb. And depending on the teeth of that blade or the style of that blade, it's going to feed a certain amount of hair into the comb, into the cutting blade. When we get to babeless, we're going to talk about different trimmer blades because they really differentiate blades for different stuff, like wider teeth and finer teeth.
And then the motor control too. So it's got the vector motor as well in it. 9,500 strokes per minute. Adjusting torque when resistance is detected. Mows down bulk and thick hair without snagging. And just like I said, like I use this for debulking like easy. Whenever you do come across real thick Hispanic hair or something, like it goes through it easily, and you don't gotta irritate the clients, or it doesn't pull their hair as well. So it makes the job way easy, effortless.
So by understanding the right tool for the job, so like he said, client comes in, he's probably cut him a couple times, he knows his hair. He knows his hair's thick, Hispanic guy. He knew what tool to grab to do the job fast. So time, efficiency, more money. So if you start off when you're new, your spots are in an hour, that's normal. But now his spots are at 30 minutes. When he was new, he probably had one machine trying to do everything. The job wasn't done as fast or as smooth. Now, different machines for different people. He knows this guy. He probably knows before he sits in the chair, these are the few machines I'm going to use on him. They're right here. Job's done fast and smooth. So you spent some money on that machine, but today you cut 2 extra heads because you were at 40 minute slots instead of an hour. So it took 2 days to buy the machine.
What clippers do you recommend for coarse hair?
Definitely, the Metal Instinct series for sure, because of vector motor. So designed for coarse hair, and when you encounter it, if it has a problem, it's going to amp itself up. So those are the answer to any coarse hair. Now, not that these won't get them, but that's just going to do it so much smoother and so much faster with less effort. The shaver, I mean, we don't necessarily have to read the back of the box of the shaver. That whole series is vector motor. So the shaver has a clipper motor. First time anyone's done that. Capability to speed itself up. That's going to bald somebody's head like that. Super smooth, super fast. You're in a shop, or let's say you're cutting military, bald fades all day, or just in a place you got a bunch of youngsters all day. You need to get them balded out quick. You don't need to be wasting no time, and you need it to be smooth. So always good choices for that. Go ahead, yeah.
This might be a stupid question, but I know all clippers are made for right-handed people. What about left-handed people?
Okay, so there's one we didn't bring, Gamma Cyborg. You can switch the lever to the left-handed side. All the lefties been buying them, brushless motor, 6-hour runtime. It is a bigger clipper, but it's vapor blade, cuts very smooth, capable for left-handed people.
What is it called?
A Gamma Cyborg. We definitely have them right now. Josh, I think just graduated, has one. He loves it, left-handed. Because that's a real thing, yeah, trying to do that with your left hand for sure. And I think the other brands will adapt to that. One thing about that I love them, and I'm going to talk about them a lot, is because they listen. So like when they had the problems with the instincts, they responded to it. They changed them. They knew left-handed barbers didn't have a clipper. They responded. They're going to read you the back of this. Also most of the brands have like 1 or 2 motors. So they have the whole vector motor. They have super torque motors that are going to be in their Rebels. They have brushless motors that's going to be in the Sabre. And they basically have a tool for every job. So you can, if you're a fan of that brand, you can stay within that brand for anything. You don't have to jump around. If y'all want, maybe read the back of the Rebel, and then we'll run them on that, the difference in the motor.
Rebel 2. Quick. Hold it. This one, the Rebel clipper, it's got the super torque motor, offers 7,200 strokes per minute for optimized bulk removal in one pass. It's got the lithium ion battery, delivers 180 minutes of cordless runtime with the 90-minute recharge time. And then it's got the black diamond vapor blade as well, and moving deep with slim blade for smooth country cutting. And that's pretty much it right there.
So within their line, that Instinct super high powered might not be your best clipper for everything. You might want a softer blend, a little less power. So that's probably the top clipper in 2023 until some other things came out, Rebel. And they update it every time. man, it's some, like we can talk about cam followers and stuff like that. It's gonna be a little bit confusing, but basically the internals of the clipper, they went in there and made it handle more vibration, so it's quieter. When things vibrate, you got to think about, like, if your machine is vibrating and doing a lot, that's wear and tear. Like if I got that door right there and I just kept opening it and doing like this all day, eventually it's going to come off the hinges. So you want the less resistance, the less friction. Like, I mean, did y'all senior ever get hot? It does, right? Because it has too much friction and no cool blade technology. So that's something to think about too. Like if you're new and you can't buy every clipper you want, so you can only have 1 or 2 clippers, you need something that's going to get you through the day. It's not going to get hot, it's not going to burn somebody, and it's not going to wear itself out.
The trimmer.
The trimmer.
The trimmer comes with the Black Diamond X Pro wide fixed blade and the Black Diamond moving blade for extra close, smooth cutting. The torque motor offers 7,500 strokes per minute for optimized book removal and creating the sharpest lines with a single tap. Comes with the lithium-ion battery as well. 180 minutes cordless runtime, 90-minute recharge time, and then the ergonomic design for ease of use and comfortable handling too.
So basically, just a little bit. It's like they really have tiers. Your most expensive, your Instinct's going to be expensive, about $279, $249 if you get them from us. About $50 cheaper than Stylecraft themselves, but that's like their next level of clipper. That set right there is $259. You get good clipper, good trimmer. People really like combos because you get both tools for value. Otherwise, with Stylecraft, 2024 trimmer review. Y'all familiar with the Saber? No? We definitely got to, like, I don't know for sure, like y'all are all on social media. I know everybody's on Snap, but like on Instagram, I would definitely, like right now, follow Stylecraft, follow Babeless, follow Wall, because it's way more important than anything else you're looking at scrolling. Like whatever the homie's doing over here, whatever, you need to, like, if you look at my phone right now still, I don't even know how many years in the game and how many times I've known the same information. All you're gonna see is clippers, trimmers, haircuts, because that's my passion, that's my field. So I flood my brain with this stuff, not other stuff. Like you gotta know, what you're working with. Like barber industry, like when you hear the name Saber, you should be like, oh yeah, that's the top trimmer of 2024. Like, I mean, it's well known. But it's cool though, we'll work on it for sure. It makes your job so much easier when you know what you're using and the right stuff. Is everybody good cutting hair right now? KB ain't no good? Nah, I know a lot of y'all, and I know a lot of y'all can cut, but I also know a lot of people come in and you've never touched a clipper before, and that's fine, but it becomes easier as you understand it. You know what I mean? The more you, like, just saying, like, I mean, if you go to a construction site and you got the wrong tool, you got a wrench trying to hit a nail, you're gonna be there all damn day with your fingers busted up. So same thing, it's the same thing. You gotta learn these tools and learn how to use them. We're gonna slide over here to this Babeless stuff. Everybody familiar with Babeless? Yeah, right? Babeless, #1 seller, past couple years. And they never stay still. That's what's so crazy. Like, you had a lot of, you mentioned Pissed Off Barber. I don't know what you want to call those brands, but they were. Right, so you had a lot of imitators, right? Not speaking of him, but just smaller brands that would try to copy. Well, there for a second, those smaller brands were getting like some good imitations, but they would just go out fast. Well, they tried to do it to Babeless, and they put one of the low model, low pro from a couple years ago, they put one out. When they did that, they responded. Like, they spent a ton of money, and they went out and they developed this FX1 battery system. I mean, this is limitless battery. You can go all day. It doesn't matter how many heads you cut. You pop one in, pop one out. And the difference, every one of us said we have this on our station, and we said it's probably the easiest fade we've ever done, right? So this blade is made out of a mold. All these other blades are made from a grinding wheel, so like the blade is up, grinds the blade out. So let's say you made 500 blades that day. You think they're all gonna be the same? metal on metal all day, metal on metal. Right, Blade 500 is probably not very good. These are made out of a mold, so like a gun, a bullet, a medical instrument, stuff that's like way more extreme than barber tools. They shoot the metal into a mold, they heat it up, and the blade pops out perfect every time. So no one else has that but them. Every tooth has its own oil reservoir. So let's say an older clipper, you put oil in there, oil goes everywhere, gets in the motor, just anywhere. You can't control where it goes. So here it's gonna go on every tooth, and then 2 oil reservoirs on the bottom. So the blade's gonna stay really cool, and it's gonna have little metal on metal contact. So limitless battery life because you can change them out, will not get hot. And then the blade, oh, go ahead.
I missed the whole conversation, but are ceramic blades still a thing?
Kinda. I'm gonna say yes and no. So previously, like when Wall Senior was the big clipper or Andis Master was a big clipper, metal on metal. So when you added the ceramic blade, you took away metal on metal, you put ceramic on metal. So now everyone's introduced this cool blade technology to where like they have like the strips in there. So you still have a metal cutting blade and a metal steel blade, but you have something in between them. That's a good question. That's a good question.
The oil reservoirs help too, though.
If you could have any clipper up here right now, what would you take?
I'll take the metal.
Take the Metal Instincts? Metal Instincts too? Anybody else? Anything different?
I take the JRLs.
Take the JRL?
I'll probably take the instant just for the debulking and then the avenues.
All right. Y'all are listening? Y'all a little quiet, but y'all are listening. I see now. If y'all could have any clipper, yeah, hell yeah, I'll take that. Nah. You want to read the back of those Babyliss? He's going to give you the specs on these. Like, man, it blew my mind that y'all said y'all hadn't read the back of the box of y'all's clipper. So from now on, anything you use, it don't matter what it is, read the box, read the instructions. Like, it's so important, so important. But he's going to give you the specs on the FX1 FX clipper.
So this is the FX1. So all these are gonna have, the battery is gonna be able to go to every single one. So like you said, you'll never have a battery that's not good, you know what I mean? So you can keep going.
And pop that in there.
It does have that MIM blade, which is the only of its kind. No other company has this blade. So your blade is mold, so therefore you know you're gonna get a sharp blade every single time. This does have the N1 brushless motor. So with this one, you're gonna get 6,800 RPM. So I mean, pretty long life. And then all metal housing.
You also got this hook right here, like if you like to hang it. The first models come with charging stands. I thought I brought them, but they're just a little round thing. So that's also, like, let's say you're in a busy shop, this can go in your drawer when you leave, and then this just goes right on the little charging stand. Believe it or not, people clean, they clean a shelf and they wipe chemical down onto your clippers get knocked off, they fall. It happens way more than you would think.
Can you get those batteries separate?
Yeah, we got them separate. So these pastel colors, these came out like 2 weeks ago. Green, they call it deep orange and blue. So the idea with these is, the original ones of these, like the black ones, the blue ones, rose gold, gold, they're $229. They come with the battery, the charger, the cable, charging stand. So if you wanted to upgrade, you could buy a tool only, like just this for $189. So if you already have a clipper, but it has wear and tear on it, you don't have to spend $229 no more. You can spend $189 to get the tool. Trimmers, $149, and shavers, $149. It was a smart idea. I like it. But let's say if you don't already own FX1 and you have to purchase the battery and the charger, it puts you back to normal price. Yeah. But it is cool for people that are already in the system so they don't have to spend that money.
Or if you already have the shaver, the gold or the black ones that had came out, so you already have the setup, the battery and the charger. So now you can upgrade to a trim or a clipper for a cheaper price.
Right.
And
for sure.
Everything's interchangeable.
Could we do that through you, or do you have to?
Oh yeah, for sure. We got it in store, for sure. For sure, everything in store. We also have a dual charging dock. It's a little bitty one that puts 2 batteries in it. This little feature is cool too. Like I said, when we open those clippers, nasty, dirty, 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 right? You can definitely pop this open, blow it out with the air hose or whatever. Clipper maintenance is crazy important. Like, man, I'm gonna go back to that, not reading the back of the box a lot, but you gotta know about it, and you also to take it even if you. I know y'all aren't taking them apart if y'all didn't read the back of the box, but does everybody know how to change their blade? Yeah, change your blade, right? Half the people don't though, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, nah, but that's cool because one day I didn't know how either. Oh, go ahead.
My question was that the blade that's on the new Babylons, can you put that on another clipper, or is that just for the Babylon?
So you can put it on any Babylist naturally. A lot of people have been putting it on other clippers, but it is a little bit of a snug fit. Like it might rattle your guards, so it's not as natural. I wish it was seamless because it would be the best choice on any clipper. I've seen people put it on Instincts and everything else. It fits, but it's just like you can tell it's a little bit off. It'll still definitely do the job though. Babylist trimmers.
I had got away from the original Babylist, the ones before these, just the regular ones. 'Cause I felt like it was shaking a lot and everything. But when we went to CT, we actually talked to the executives there. So this is the only clipper that's gonna be, so your motor's set up like this and you have something that moves on this side. So what would that cause for the opposite side to do? Shake. So this is the only motor where they fix that. So what moves up here, moves down here now. Just the opposite way.
Right.
To keep stability in your wrist.
Two pivot points.
2 pivot points. They improved the insides. So now you can just clean this one out. No other clipper you can do this.
So I'm going to point out what he just said. So we went to CT Barber Expo, right? We try to, they're going to take the guys to BarberCon, right? So, man, when I'm telling you, you got to flood your brain with this stuff. Like if you want to be successful, it's not going to just come. Like you need to go to events, classes, little stuff like this. So, and I point out these guys, they go to everything. Mentorship programs. Tuan goes with me every single where. He's part of Fort Worth Barber Supply, #1 salesman we got, right? We were at CT just chilling. They call us Babylist, like the big dogs, right? Hey, we're going to take y'all out. They were super drunk, but they were sober enough to explain how the clipper works and how it was designed. But those opportunities never come if you don't go anywhere or you're not seen. Like at the end of this, we're going to talk about classes. You know who's going to be at the class? Sway. You know what Sway owns? A barbershop, the place you're trying to work. That's, you meet someone like that out there, you shake their hand, you exchange their Instagram, TikTok, whatever you're on. That's a possible job employment. You don't want to graduate here and be like, oh, I don't know where the hell I'm going to go work. You should be graduating here with 6, 7 choices of where you're going to go work. But that's by you being active. Like, man, I'm telling you, it's got to be, when you're scrolling your phone, that's what has to be on there. When you're buying tools, you got to be reading the back of the box. You got to be obsessive about it. It's so important. Like, if he doesn't show up.
One thing would be to network. You know what I'm saying? Network as much as y'all can. Even though y'all all got y'all's little groups. You know, I know everyone that kick it together, but y'all should be splitting that up. And cause when y'all leave barber school, you're gonna be like, damn.
Big time. And definitely we came today to talk about tools, but in the other class we talked about this too. Like, I know 1,000% for sure everybody in here don't really like each other. That's just natural in a big group. You're gonna have your little cliques or whatever, but that's crazy to me. Like me, I promise you I like every barber in Amarillo because they support my business. What sense does it make for me not to like them when I'm trying to do business with them? You know what I mean? So like you should have at least a casual business professional relationship with other people in your field. And that's gonna take you a long way.
And going to these shows helped me get out of my comfort zone. So like I'm real quiet. I'm not the best speaker. I don't talk that well, but like you don't get better by not doing it, right? So like me going into this class, I shook every one of y'all's hands. That's something that's out of my comfort zone. That's not easy for me to do, but now it came natural. So like now when I go to these shows, I'm gonna go with a purpose, right? To meet somebody that I want to work with, right? So I wanted to work with 245. When I go to your shows, I'm gonna talk to every single one in that booth. You don't got to talk to Chris Balzio to work with them, right? He's got a business partner. He's got a pie accounting team. He's got so many people around him that can get you in that circle, right? You don't got to talk to the CEO to work with the team. You can talk to the videographer. You can talk to his right-hand man or somebody that's sweet or helps them clean up the booths because they don't have as many followers. So Chris Balzio has like so many followers. He's not going to reply to every message or something, but his videographer probably has 500. You send him a message, hey, I'm trying to network with y'all, or I'm trying to be in the same group with y'all, and they'll reply back instantly. Okay, let me talk to Ballsy real quick, or let me hit him up, and that's what's helped me get out of my comfort zone. When you go to these shows, if y'all do go to BarberCon, like really shake as many hands as you can. Like introduce yourself, say what you got going on. If you don't say what you're trying to do or what you're trying to work with, the opportunity is not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
If you stay quiet, don't talk about what you're trying to do, the opportunity is not going to fall in your lap and happen. You got to like present yourself. Hey, my name is Sway. I'm trying to own a barbershop. I need help. Like, and then he guided me through the whole process. And like, I've only been in the game for like a year and 8 months. So like a lot of people like owning a barbershop that quick, it doesn't happen that quick, right? A lot of people it happened in like 5 years or something, but meeting Chris Boswell, meeting these people made that process so much easier because I prepared myself before the opportunity came to me. You know what I mean? I made the opportunity happen before it even happened. It presented itself to me.
I'm gonna tell you what he did too. Most important thing than everybody. He can go to the lot right now and pull any car. He can get him and his girl whatever car he wants, pull off, right? But all the barbershop that we're at, Jesse had Trayvon Diggs' old Tahoe. There's 2 Denali trucks out there, which I really wish I didn't spin on my car, but it's out there. It looks like a car lot, right? Sway got older model car, whatever. But guess what? Sway's the business owner. Sway's the one making the moves. Sway can go anywhere, do anything. Delayed gratification. So he didn't look like it. He is it. You know what I mean? And everybody else is struggling to pay a payment or whatever. But you just never know. Okay, so I'm going to spin this onto myself a little bit too. I spent a whole lot of my life in prison, 12 years. That's a long damn time, right? So I came out. I had no business being in everybody's face because what the hell? I've been gone 12 years. I ain't got shit, right? So I took myself to the barbershop first, 7 o'clock every morning. I stayed so late. One time my girl came up there looking for me. She thought I was doing something I wasn't supposed to do. But anyway, I would just save my money, trying to meet people, like flooding myself with this, learning about these tools. So I started shopping at Fort Worth Barber Supply. I know about clippers and trimmers because I read the back of the box, right? So I'm on FaceTime with the barbers. I'm like, dang, bro, they got this JRL. I'm just excited. And the owner's seeing me. He's like, man, this dude in here is like the most excited customer we got. Like I'm going shelf to shelf. Bro, they got this type of aftershave. They got this. This is like a toy store to me, right? So I guess the first time he's like, damn, okay. Second time I came back, I did the same thing again because all my friends wanted to shop. So I'm letting them shop on FaceTime. And he's like, man, we sure are excited about being in the barber supply. And I said, man, we don't got a barber supply in Amarillo. He said, you serious? So he said, well, we're looking for some people to franchise. So I'm going to go back to, I told you I was in the barber shop all day and saving my money. If I would have been spending my money, acting crazy, blah, blah, blah. So he told me that day, we're looking for someone to franchise. He told me it's X amount of dollars, a lot, right? So I said, man, what's up? I got it. He said, you got it? I said, hell yeah, I really had half of it. I told him I had it though, because I couldn't miss the opportunity, right? Man, I left. I'm like, oh my God, I told this dude I got this money. But luckily, legal things take a little bit of time. So what I do, took my ass back to the barbershop and I stayed in there all damn day, cutting as much as I could. I had some Air Force Ones. Man, they had so much hair on them. It's probably the only pair of shoes I had. I got some shoes now though, you know what I mean? Right? But long story short, I mean, man, this industry is going to take care of you, but you got to go through the steps. Like you can't jump them. Like it don't make, you know what I mean? Because those are what's going to make you the money. So had I got that little money in my hand and started feeling myself and blah, 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 and this and that, I wouldn't have been able to tell that man I had that money. There wouldn't be no Fort Worth Barber Supply right there. Same thing with Sway. When I knew him, he had 2 clients. We brought him in, came in the shop. We didn't even have a barber chair for him. We had a salon chair for him at first, right? He had one client he cut for free every time just so he could get business. So he had one client for free and one other client. Ask him how many clients he got now. 6-figure barber with a 6-chair barbershop in year 2. So it's just crazy. But he learned about his machines. He learned about his craft. He flooded his mind with this. He got in mentorship programs. He went to classes, and it paid off. Same thing with Tuan. He'd been everywhere. He liked barbering so much, he married an instructor. Right? He didn't even want to go home from school. He took school home with him. Man. That's dedication for real. Not for real though, but We're gonna jump back on these blades just a little
Make
bit.
it happen though, man. Because same thing. 12 years, 9 months in prison. I've been out 3 years.
Yeah,
Zero
for sure.
clients. So now, I mean, in my shop, there's two different shops. So I'm like second most booked. I can't. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? But not only is it just your cutting, because I've seen people in my shop give the best fades, but no customer skills. If
Go
I
ahead.
sit them in my chair, they're locked in. I mean, point blank, period.
They ain't never going nowhere else.
I'ma lock
This
them in.
question right here.
Hey, what do y'all recommend for barbers to start reporting their cuts for taxes and stuff? Y'all
Shit, you supposed to been doing that.
can't use like Booksy right though.
What do you mean?
Booksy won't work for that, or will?
Yeah,
Texas, yeah.
you can take that your booking app to your accountant for sure.
Report and everything.
Yeah.
We definitely do have another class that goes like deep on that, but just basically I would tell you just plain and simple, go to the bank you bank at now, open a separate account that's gonna be for every single thing.
And save your receipts.
Yeah, but if that one card is only for my clippers, for my gas to go to work, my food I ate at work, my booth rent, every single thing is on that card, that's pretty basic simple. So you take your booking app, hey, my booking app said I made $70,000, boom, this is my print off from the bank, this is everything I spent. I mean, that's easy peasy, you know what I mean? And they'll get it fixed up for you. Go ahead.
You said you got these classes. Where do you like sign up for them?
So we're gonna give y'all, we're actually gonna, here in a little bit, we're gonna finish, real quick, we will jump back on these so we can finish JRL and Wall real quick, but
Save it.
we're gonna, any purchase, like we brought a bunch of little stuff that y'all need, like fade combs, fade brushes, razor blade, all these items are like less than $10. Well, you can also purchase machines too, but if you buy any single thing today, we're gonna do a drawing and y'all gonna win a class for Papito Bless Hands class. It's getting moved to September 2nd because something came up with him. Yeah, so we definitely have an option for you on that too if that date doesn't work for you. I can't believe he moved his class. I was disappointed, but
Is that the class we're gonna have next week?
yeah. So he had to move it like family emergency something. But we're gonna give away a ticket to the class today. That automatically puts you in the second drawing to win a Babeless set the day of the class. So it was kind of Babeless's fault that he had to leave. Someone else had a family emergency, so he had to fill in. So they're gonna like amp up the giveaway the day of the class because it was their fault. So I think actually it's gonna be this whole set at the class. Yeah. So when we finish these,
That'll be September 2nd. August 24th is BarberCon, but there's the Best in the West is coming up August 4th, and that'll
4th,
be
yep.
in Midland. And same thing, they have education there too, which starts at 9 o'clock. So I mean, they have educators from every single company that'll be there.
so
So that'll be another good one.
yeah, we'll be at Best in the West. You should go. We're taking some guys, won a lot of battles and stuff around here. So we're gonna have Forward Barber Supply booth, and then we're also gonna be out there as Stylecraft. So we're gonna be out there working with partners with Stylecraft. So if y'all go to the events, man, come to our booth. Like, say what's up, look at stuff. We're gonna remember you. You know, we're gonna want to interact with the people from our city for sure, more than anything. Even the guys, the influencers and the famous guys, we'll introduce you to them. Like for sure, they're cool. They're willing to help all the time. Real quick before we do go all the way into that, Babeless, opposed to everyone else, they really do deep tooth and fine tooth. So if I had a deep tooth, so the teeth on my comb, my steel blade, the blade that's gonna comb the hair, are wider apart. What's that gonna do? Cutting blade? More hair. So that blade would be better for lineups or for debulking? Debulking, right? Because it's gonna put the most hair into the cutting blade and it's gonna cut easy. So on the flip side, if I have a fine tooth blade, like my teeth are very close together. So when I'm tapping that down, it's combing every single little hair into the cutting blade. So is that gonna be better for lineups or debulking? Right, because everybody knows the lineup is the most important thing, right? You're gonna put that crisp lineup in there, punch that line in, you can save a bad haircut in a heartbeat. So Babeless does that. I think Stylecraft has kind of like found a blade that's like a do-it-all, which is crazy. But Babeless really has a different blade for each, like fine tooth, deep tooth. And it's important to know that, like, if you got this deep tooth blade and you're wondering why you can't punch the edge up in, well, the teeth are far apart, you're missing every other hair. So instead of you being there crazy, thinking something's wrong with it, oh, this ain't doing, I can't hit this line up, you're thinking something wrong with you, the tool is it's just not the right tool. So definitely, I mean, we like, please, like starting from today, read about the tools. Like, please go on your phone and follow Stylecraft, Babyliss, Fort Worth Barber Supply, barber influencers. Like, you got to flood your feed with that stuff. It has to be in your face.
I would recommend Tank Be Chopping. He
reviews.
gives a real unbiased opinion. He's got as soon as they drop something, he's got it firsthand. He's real. I look up every clipper. Or like if I don't know a lot of information, he gives it more like easier understanding. He'll do a haircut with it, tell you how it feels.
Y'all know Tank?
Subscribe to
Tank Be
his YouTube
Chopping.
channel. He has
Y'all know Tank Be Chopping?
every tool he's gonna break down.
Tank Be Chopping, we had him here. Y'all missed it. We had him at the store for sure. But he's coming back. So, and Tank's good people. So next one, Papito Bless Hands, Nicole Renee's behind that. So we'll keep the educators coming, but definitely they're in those positions for a reason. They know what they're talking about. Also, YouTube Barber Academy. Simple. You can't forget that. On YouTube and on Instagram. YouTube Barber Academy. Like, please follow him. Like, he does every tool, and then he grades it 1 through 5. So he's going to say, Stylecraft Instinct. How does it fade? How does it debulk? How is the runtime? What's the price? And then he's going to give you a total. He probably has the best review out right now. So if you're about to shop, like you're about to come see me at Fort Worth Barber Supply, the day before I would look at this review. That way you come in there with some information. I'm going to give you what I believe is the best information, but there's some other supply guys that have never cut hair in their life. So what if you accidentally ran into one of them and tell you some bullshit? They'll tell you to buy the most expensive one, right? So you want to go in there with some ammo. You want to know something before you come in there.
You gotta kind of do your own research. You just don't walk into a store and say, I'm gonna try this, you know?
You wouldn't do it with the car, would you? Just jump in the car, trust the used car salesman. Oh, this is it right here. You can roll this. He just paid 15 grand for it last week. He's gonna sell it to you for 25 tomorrow, right? So same thing. You want to know.
Or like you said, same thing with the blades. If you know the DLC is gonna debulk, start using that to debulk, and not don't use the Gold FX to do an edge up, and then debulk with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna hit the same.
And like, we do understand early on, you can't just buy everything, but you can build off of your kit. So in your kit, you have the Wall Senior. What trimmer do you have? So let's say, oh, it's time for a new trimmer. You want a new trimmer. You want that Instinct that's hot. Or you want that Saber. Oh man, he said that punches the line in. Okay, so now your old Babyliss, you don't have to upgrade that. Just grab a DLC blade 2.0. Now that's a debulker, right? It's an older. It already has some wear and tear on it. It ain't good for lineups no more, but it can still bald out. So now
Now you go buy a hitter.
Now you grab a Saber. Now you got 2 tools. We did touch on JRL earlier, and I do really love this. The professionals love it. It's a great machine. But I really love it for beginners because you get the runtime. It's not going to get hot. You get the 2 speeds. It's powerful enough to handle any situation. It's good for clip over comb. It's good for fading. I don't think that I've ever had anyone come back and say, dang, I hate that JRL you sold me. Ever. Good machine, for sure. Pretty much same thing, universal. We did try to bring like the best stuff. There's other options in there, but we did try to bring the best to show you. They did just now add the new trimmer and the shaver. I'm gonna tell you straight up, this is not my favorite trimmer. It's not your most super powerful. It is really good for kids. Everyone know how to zero gap? No? Yes? Some people do, some people don't, right? So these are easy gap. So you can just screw at the bottom and it'll push the blade forward or backwards so you don't have to take it apart. So that is a good selling point for it. It is easy to zero gap. Quiet. You can put this on any age of kid. Not going to hurt them. It's not going to let itself zero gap it past where it's supposed to be, so it's safe. Comes with the charging stand. Good price. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. Definitely good.
Good to debulk.
Same thing with the shaver. They put out a single shaver. It's light. It's the only shaver. When you pop the rest of the shavers off, the coils, the cutters are under the foils. These right here stay in there. They float. They're magnetic. So people have been flirting with magnetic technology. The thing with the magnet is you don't get tension. So like screws and stuff like that, they shake, they rattle, they wear out. A magnet, there's no contact. So that is the thing with the shaver. This will mow anything down. Single shaver, nice and quiet. Not going to be one of my top shavers, but it is a good shaver and it's cheap. $80. So Wall, been around forever. And I think they were so much on top for so long that they just didn't change anything. It was Wall Senior forever, Magic Clip forever. So finally, a couple months ago, they changed the Magic Clip. They put a high performance motor in the Magic Clip. These are very easy to fade with. These are like, a lot of people love a Magic Clip. Some people stayed with it. It's stagger tooth blade, crunch blade. You're gonna hear that when you cut, and it's gonna give you a very blurry fade, a little bit of a slower motor, but now they put the high performance motor in there. The old ones used to get hot. These new ones have cool blade technology, so 4 times longer. They stay sharp 4 times longer, and they stay much cooler. This is like they took an old classic and they upgraded it and made it a good machine. They're $159. It's value buy. I like it for sure. I always liked the old Magic Clip, but it got hot, didn't have no run time, didn't have no power. So those 3 things they fixed. Their go-to trimmer used to be a detailer. This is the best thing, in my personal opinion, that Wall has done in a long time, this high vis. Intuitive torque control, so same thing as the Instinct trimmer, has the capability to speed itself up. The ergonomics of this is crazy. I could hold it every way. I mean, front edge up, debulk, around the ear. I don't know how they found a way to put a crease in every spot where you actually put your hands, but it's like the perfect ergonomic. And then the high visibility on this blade, anywhere I put it.
It doesn't have that body, the bulky body.
Right.
It doesn't hit the forehead first.
Right, very nice. It's just, you can see it, you can hold it, and you can maneuver it any way. Comes with the charging stand. I like it. They did good. They did good with the upgrades on these 2 tools, and then they had the old Finale forever. They finally came with a new shaver. Big thing about it is you can pop these foils out individual. So like if one foil wears out, you use more than the other, you can just change one at a time. And then the other thing is these are independent. So on older shavers, if you push this cutter down, the other one would also go down. So like the contour of the head, contour of the neck. Now, if one goes down, the other one stays cutting. With the LED lights on the outside to give you the battery life. So pretty much everything we brought is the stuff that I feel like is the best. I don't try to I never want you to buy something you don't like. That's why we have the demo station. Because if you don't like it, they're going to say, dang, where'd you get it? Oh, man, I got it from Mark over there at Fort Worth Barber Supply, right? So now the whole shop's like, oh, man, this dude's bullshit, right? So I definitely want y'all to come in. I want you to have the freedom to bring a model anytime you want to do a haircut. Y'all can come up there in a group. I mean, a bunch of y'all have done it, right? And we have everything available to use that we sell. You can say, I want to try that Instinct. I want to try that Babyliss and that trimmer. We got a station that has every product known to man on it. We got illusion capes right there. We got lights. It's like what I think is the perfect barber setup. We're going to get out of your way. Enhancements, we got it. Yeah, we got the enhancement gun to try. If you like doing content and stuff like that, we'll get you. If not, we'll leave you alone. It's completely up to you. But that way, you don't just jump out there and purchase something and then a week later like, oh man, I really don't like this. So, I mean, we're never about the one sell. Like if we don't have what matches you, let's just let you go and come back or get you what you need, because we don't want you to buy once. We want you to come in there the rest of your life and get your supplies for sure. So we're here to help more so than anything. We're going to try to bring as much education as possible. They're about to go into it a little bit more, but we do have Papito Blessed Hands. Y'all know him? Yeah, follow him. Papito Blessed Hands. Probably one of the first influencers. He's been working with Babyliss for, I don't even know, probably 10 years. Pacino's. He's sponsored by all kinds of people. The reason we had to move it so far is because that dude is booked across the United States for every weekend. Like, man, that dude's been from Florida. He went from Florida to Oklahoma. I don't know how that made sense, but anyway, I think he skipped some places in between, but and he's not cheap for sure. And when we bring him, we're not we don't bring them to make money. We bring them to like give back to the barber community, because even if we sell out the house, we're only going to break even on what it costs to bring them here. But educated barbers make money. Money to make barbers come shop at our store. So we catch ours on the end. You know what I mean? We're not trying to make money off ticket sales. We're just trying to have a community full of successful barbers that come in and spend with us for sure in the future. I guess we'll let Sway, he's going to kind of talk about, we kind of touched on it already, but he's in what, Josh OP mentorship program? Tune 45, pie counting. I don't know how many expos he's been to. We just talk about the ones he hasn't been to, because he's been to everything. Every time we have a class, he's there. When he runs into these people that you see that are famous at the expos, they're going to pull him over. Yo, Sway, whatever. So I'm just going to let him talk a little bit about like more so on what he touched on earlier.
Yeah, so one thing I noticed, like I was in the same position as y'all, like even before barber school and all that, I didn't know anything about barbering wise general. All I knew is that you could make good money and you could make your own schedule. So before I got into that, I was like, I need to learn how to like the financial part of it, like the business side of it. It don't mean nothing to be making money, but you don't keep any of it, right? You got to pay bills. You got to, if you want to make an investment, you want to have a retirement savings and stuff like that. And the only barber I knew that was doing that type of education was Chris Bazio. So just like investing in your tools, you got to invest in yourself. So this is your career, right? You're going to graduate, and what are you going to be doing with this career? Like, you're not just going to be sitting at the house, not doing nothing. Like, this is what you're going to be doing to make money. If you got a family, this is what you're going to be doing to put food on the table, right? I'm 23 years old, so, like, that's why I chose it to invest in the mentorship, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing, right? I'm not going to listen to somebody that's not in the barber industry. So investing in the classes is really going to take you skip all the guesswork. You just got to leverage somebody else's wins, all their knowledge, right? Why not, if they're offering that, why not go and take the class or take the mentorship? So I'm in the Chris Bazio mentorship for business. Finance is what he asked about, the taxes. I've been to the BarberCon that who's all going to the BarberCon.
You got your phone right?
So it's it's probably one of the best ones in Texas. And that's where I met some of the, I just shook hands. I was like, I don't know who, even before barber school, I was probably like same place as y'all. I didn't know anybody, but I just shook some hands, and a year later, like they're like traveling the world or like doing some real big things. I was like, bro, like it's cool to have met that connection, and now they kind of recommend, they're working with some of the biggest industries, and now they kind of recommend, like if they're looking for somebody to join the team, they recommend me, because they know I share about what I'm doing. I'm networking, going to these classes, and
everyone that buys anything,
going to these classes, they teach about the business,
or whatever. We're gonna put them on drawing today. So
how to cut hair.
Right,
if you don't invest yourself, you're not gonna make any money. You're not gonna gain more knowledge, gain more experience. So the Josh OP mentorship as well, it's taught me more of the shear work, so I could, like working in the barbershop, you cut a lot of long hair, so I use that to invest in my craft, right? To invest more into it. That way I can say no to any, I can't say no to any hairstyle. I can cut pretty much any kind of hairstyle, and you can't go wrong with investing in yourself. It's like investing in a stock, like investing in Bitcoin. If you bet on yourself, you're gonna put in the most work out of it. You're gonna get the highest return out of it, and that's how I look at it. Like the more classes I take, the more mentors I invest in, I'm gonna get the best return out of it, because I'm gonna do the most work out of it. And for a year and 8 months, it still don't seem like real to me, but it's been like real shocking. But going to classes is never a bad investment. I'd recommend it though.
Even if you learn one thing, classes. Like everybody learned at least one thing today, right? Yeah. Good, I'm glad. Right, at least one thing that you can take and grow on it, and that's right. And it's so important. And the second most important thing I'm gonna say is, like, please flood your feed with the stuff that matters. Like, you'll see a little clip of someone doing an edge up or a haircut or whatever, and you might get in that situation like, okay, I've done this, but I don't quite remember. And that video will come back to your head like, oh, I saw him comb these hairs down and do them like this. Because that's what's in your face. Like, you're going to remember what's in your face. It doesn't matter what blah, 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 so-and-so's over here doing or talking about someone else or whatever, right? Like, the stuff that's going to pay you is what matters. Like, dollars make sense. And one other thing I'm going to say is, like, everybody here looks fairly young. I mean, I'm old. I started late, you know what I mean? And that's why I had grind, like, hard. But y'all be out of school, and everyone here is going to be done in 7-8 months, whatever, right? And the type of money, well, hopefully, and the type of money that you can make, like 6 figures is the goal. Put that in your mind right now. $2,000 a week, that's nothing. But making that type of money at 24, 25, however old everyone is, and being smart with it and joining these type of programs that tell you what to do. And if you make that type of money for 4 or 5 years at a young age, there's nothing you can't do. It doesn't have to end with barbering. That's just your gateway to everything else. Like, the people that sit in your chair, that's your network. The money that comes to your hand, that's your cash flow. With those 2 things, you can do anything. You got a good amount of money and you know a lot of people, it don't matter what other business you want to go into. Now, barbering could lead you into barber school, barber supplies, all kinds of other things, brand ambassadors. That's going to be talked about at the classes too. Like, how do you think these people get to work with these brands? You don't just get lucky, post a fire haircut, and they like it. Everybody can post a fire haircut. By the time they put the light a certain way, put the enhancements a certain way, put the filter, edit it, everybody's fire online. You know what I mean? It's how you're going to market yourself, how you're going to brand yourself, how you're going to network, who you're going to reach out to. But there's just, man, it gets me excited. It's just so many opportunities, and y'all are coming into the game at the best time. When I first started cutting hair, it was $10 a haircut. We're starved to death out there. But now, an hour service, about $50, $60. You know what I mean? Do 10 of those a day, add that up.
One thing I'm going to touch on is, like, when I joined the mentorship, like I said, I didn't know anything about barbering or what it could potentially be. But Bazio told me, like, I already knew, like, you can make good money out of it now. And he was like, how much, I was staying at my parents, and he was like, how much money do you think you, but that's, like, if you could stay at your parents' house for quite a bit, that's probably the best thing you could do because you can save up so much money.
He always says it's not what you make, it's what you keep.
And that's what he told me. He said, the first year, how much do you think you could save up? And I was like, quite a bit. I don't know how much I make, but I know I could save up a lot. And that first year, no client, like, I just knew one person, and I ended up making around like $80,000 my first year in a new town, like knowing nobody, just because of the work that I put in. I made 80 and I kept at least like 30. And when the opportunity came to me to buy the barbershop, just like you said, like, I had the money up front because of what the mentor told me to do. Like, work hard, but work with a purpose. Like, don't just, well, like, why are you cutting hair for? Like, what made you cut hair? Get into the barber industry. My purpose is in 5 years, or when I do have my own family and kids. I'm 23 right now, but I know eventually I'm gonna have a family and kids. And I know, like, whenever I do have my own family and kids, I'm gonna be there for, like, pick them up from school, have lunch with them, go to their sporting events, because I missed out. I didn't have my parents for me when I was growing up. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but I didn't want to grow up as a father doing that as well. So now that was my 5-year plan, and I can blissfully say that I had my 5-year plan my first year because of being so focused, being real, like, locked in mentally. And if y'all are, like, starting out right now, just know that you're working towards something, right? You're not just here just to take, like, learn these tools for nothing, right? You're gonna make something out of it. So if you can focus in for 1 year, that 1 year can change your life, and thank God it's changed my life for the better. So that's what I'm trying to do with Purpose Barbershop. It's in Pampa, Texas, and you don't gotta work in the shop for me to help you out, but I'm gonna share my Instagram with y'all, and that's what I want to do, is help out people like y'all, because I was once in y'all's position, didn't know anything, didn't know how to manage my money, how to prep for taxes, how to invest for the future. So that's what I'm willing to do. If any of y'all want to reach out to me firsthand or learn anything, I'm not gatekeeping anything. I can show y'all the videos firsthand that Chris Balzio shows me for everybody.
Follow him, Sway _Cutz, right?
Mm-hmm. Write it on the board.
Yeah, write that up there for sure.
Yeah.
I'll put us up there.
Mark works there part-time. We got 2 new barbers about to join. I got 1 new barber, and then another one fixing to graduate. And we got 1 chair open right now.
Cutz with a Z or S?
Underscore Sway Cutz.
Cutz with the S?
Yeah. Or a Z.
Oh, different marker?
Yeah. You can't see it.
Can't see it? Okay.
But yeah, that's what I'm willing to do. Like, I'm not there for to collect my rent. Like, I'm willing to help you out. Like, I want to help out. Like, that shop isn't for me to make money. It's to help others. You know what I mean? And to put, just like what Mark is doing with the supply store, educating. That's how you bring up the more value, right? If you don't educate about it, the value is not going to go up. So that's what I'm willing to do with the barber industry. It's not about just haircuts and stuff like that. It's a business. You're going to pay taxes on it. A lot of people aren't prepped for that. Like, I got hit. I made $80K, but I'm paying $12,000. How many people can save up for that?
Barber_Tuan.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people aren't knowledgeable about that, but I'm willing to help out and
write it on there.
Do that with the shop. I don't know if any of y'all from Pampa or around that area.
So
everybody's mostly here.
So if you're like new right now and you don't have a clue where you're gonna work, you got 1 option right there. I'm gonna tell you out the gate, 6 figures is the goal over there, year 1. So what he's also saying is, sometimes you start in the shop and it's like, oh, they don't even like me in here. They don't want to help me, right? That's not the case. He has a mannequin at the shop that he will take you to the side and help you on. He tracks their income, right? So he can point to an example like this dude was making, the real live person was making $600 a week in Amarillo. In his second week, he was making about $1,500 a week in Pampa with no clientele. So there's not many, if any, shops you can go into and he can pull up the numbers and say, these are my okay, this is Fernando, this is Mark, they've been here a while, this is where they're at, these are the next 2 barbers that just started, and this is what they're making. Like, you don't get that anywhere. But that's, so when he opens his next shop in towards Bushland or wherever, people want to work for him because he's going to educate you. He's going to, the knowledge he gains from all these places, he's going to share it with you guys. Like, you see how I got these guys with me here today, right? You can only go so far with 1 person. Like, we're so blessed to have a team. We got Amanda back there in the back too, used to be the instructor here, went out here with us to CT. Like, me by myself, I can't do much, you know what I mean? But with the whole team, you can do a whole lot. So, I mean, that's the goal. You want to grow and build and continue to grow and build and just repeat the process.
That's one thing I try to do is just help out, like tracking your numbers, budgeting. Like, you got financial goals too, so like you said, like try to keep more than what you make, so you don't want to have like a high car payment. So I got this 18-year-old and his car just broke down, but like I'm gonna just tell him to buy a beater, buy another beater. You don't want to buy like a $30,000 car and have that $1,000 payment every month. And then creating a budget, prepping for taxes, and then marketing as well. How many of y'all in here are like marketing yourselves while in barber school? Posting on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok.
That's good.
How many of y'all like hand out business cards? That's how you're gonna get busy. You know what I mean? Like, businesses do marketing to stay busy, and a lot of people don't realize that like barbering isn't just a clock in, clock out. I'm gonna make $500 a day, right? Like, if you gotta let people know that you're there, and that's what I'm trying to teach them is like the more you market yourself, the more you're gonna make. And
Papito's class, the very first topic is barber mentoring, but he's gonna teach you how to market yourself through like filming your haircut. Like, you might film something and post it and not get any reaction, and you don't know why. Someone else does a haircut less than that, filmed in the same way, but they're getting all this interaction. Like, so one time I was about to post something for the store, and Jay Blends helped me, barber influencer who knows all the tricks of the trade, how to post it, what hashtags, how to do this, when to post it. Had 26,000, we had 1,000 comments. If I would have done it my way, probably would have had 1,000 views. But what I'm saying is, it's not that these people are just so crazy good hands-on. They know the little tricks, but they're gonna give them to you when you go to the events. So if you're trying to build clientele right now, hell yeah, you should be at the class. And you should be with the notebook. Like, I'd love to see how you got your notebook right there. I bet you got good information there for sure. And when you come, same thing, right? So that way you can look back on that, because brain can only hold so much. Sometimes you got to pop. I mean, I got my notes in my pocket right now. But definitely come out there and just give it a try. And when he says, okay, you should film it this way and do this and post it this way at this time and blah, 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 try it. I bet you it brings clientele. I mean, I know it does. You know what I mean? And just give it a shot. I mean, it worked for these guys. It worked for a bunch of us here. I want to see y'all do the same
The main
thing.
thing I'm gonna say is just create habits, and not bad habits. That's the main thing. I went to barber school here. I mean, I finished in 7 months, but I was here every day.
And work a second job.
And work. I'd go to FedEx at 1:30 in the morning, go home, take a shower, come to barber school all day. Started I say 3 months in, and I started missing Fridays because I was cutting. But I would come 8 to 5, Tuesday through Thursday, to make up for my hours. But I mean, I finished it. I mean, I can do it. Y'all can do it.
Yeah, prepare
And don't
yourself.
be, you know, taking them long lunches. I didn't leave. You know, stay here. But what you put in now is what you're gonna put in when you get into a shop. I mean, that's just how it is. I went to barber school, and everyone that I see that came to school and handled business, they handle business. The guys that I seen, that you've seen here twice a week, they're in the shop twice a week.
Yep.
Struggling.
Direct correlation.
Struggling. Buying my old clippers that I post. I mean, it's crazy.
So definitely,
I mean,
start now.
Start now. I mean, I've been to, like him, Texas Barber Expo. I went to twice in San Antonio. I went to one in Austin. I went to CT. I mean, you have to educate yourself. It's not just you finish barber school and there's no continuing education.
No.
You're gonna learn a lot. You might not be able to go with your friend, but someone else you know that you networked in school, y'all can ride together. You know what I'm saying?
Two, I'm gonna show you this real quick. Use Amanda for example real quick. 20 years, right, in the hair industry? So we went to CT on vacation, out at the casino, blah, 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 night before. Guess where she was the next morning? Education, the front row. 20 years in the game. So like, it don't stop. Like, if someone 20 years in the game on vacation is education in the front row, a brand new barber better find their way there right now, because that's what you're competing against. You think she wants to give her money to you? Shit, you better get your game up. I mean, I'm just to tell you right now. The next person's there. That's your competition. You got to get ready or stay ready for sure.
We got tore up that night. But
If they don't have anything else, we'll probably wrap it up. We're gonna do a giveaway. All you gotta do is purchase anything. Most of the items back there that we bought are like $5, $8. It's aftershave, razor blades, straight razors, cool care, neck strips, stuff you have to have anyway. So if you want, I mean, no pressure. You can buy you a little something. We'll write your name down, and then we'll draw a winner. That's gonna be a free ticket to Papisto Blessed Hands class, and that enters you in the drawing that Babyliss is gonna do at the class, which I think is gonna be a whole clipper set. It will at least be a clipper, brand new clipper. I think it might be the whole set. So grab you some blades or whatever. You can win the ticket today, and you can win the whole set at the class. We hope to see y'all there. It's a blessing to come out here. Appreciate y'all listening to us. Say we ain't. Oh, go ahead.
What is that? So the people who bought the tickets for this month, will they just carry over to September?
If you choose to, yes. So we're gonna do a post today. He's supposed to be making the post, since it kind of was his fault. But like if you say, hey, that don't work for me, then we'll definitely cash you back out. Go ahead.
When did those half cards come in?
We ordered them yesterday. Usually takes 48 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so those should be in quick. I can't believe we have so many of them, but they just buy them up. But as far as the class, if that second date doesn't work for you, we definitely can get your money back. We hope you stay in there for sure. And then we're going to announce something too, like the people that did have already purchased. I think we're going to do a separate giveaway for y'all, since y'all are dealing with the inconvenience.
hey, what's his name?
Yeah.
You know you can get a free half guard, right?
Well, I need 1.5.
A 1.5. You can get a free 1.5 too. You just purchase any machine and it comes with
it. We'll get those to you though. Like, hey, too, and then man, y'all's instructors. We always got to say thanks to them. I mean, Merce identified that y'all needed a half guard and 1.5. Called me that quick. You know what I mean? So they're on the way. We'll say thanks to them for inviting us out. Always, like I say, it's a blessing. we ain't nobody special. We just put some work in. We hope to see all you guys at the events, owning your own barber shops, your own supply store, whatever. We're friends now, so anything we can do to help, we're here. These guys are always available, and man, we look forward to seeing y'all in the future for sure. Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, go check out the stuff. Y'all want to look at the stuff? Y'all got questions for them? You come up here and ask.